turn left onto North US Highway 17.
And thank you all for tuning in. Currently using Tesla FSD in a revamped Model Y refresh, the Jupiter edition. Incredibly sleek setup, nice. Save the Eagles in the back. Welcome. Enjoy the ride. So for anybody who has to travel some distance back and forth to work, I have to drive an hour. This is a very Tesla Robotaxi FSD, the ability to full self-drive would be amazing. Robotaxi is rolling out in Texas, Austin, Texas. There's already a green light for it to start happening, the Robotaxi network in California. I'm waiting for it to be in Florida because there's a lot of retirees here, many of which who don't drive. So I believe that will be a golden area to be able to create revenue. I mean, just Robotaxi alone is going to be, but I think that will be good for society as a whole. Grandma, grandpa can now come over more often and bother the parents and caffeine and sugar up all the grandkids and then leave and go home. And they did their jobs of amplifying everyone's lives around them. Yeah. So here we are. I've been an investor for the last 5 years, only increasing my position because I feel so definite of what's going to occur. I mean, the team that Elon works with, the team that Tesla is, the team that SpaceX is, there's a lot of the same minds and the same with the same expectations and desires. And I mean, they're catching rockets. And they're not blowing up. It's not like they're catching the parts. They're catching rockets and then reusing it and sending it back off. That's SpaceX. This is Tesla. I mean, at this point, it's undeniable. I don't believe that anybody will actually be able to catch up in perspective, the volume. Sheer volume. There's no company that has the amount of vehicles on the road that can collect as much information. There's no magic catch up to Tesla button. So either you're you're either miles ahead of the wave and just waiting for everything to shower over you, or you're trying to catch up to it. And at this point, once it starts moving again, I don't believe that anybody will be able to predict where the stock actually goes, where the valuation of the company actually goes. I'm thinking like Berkshire Hathaway value, like per stock, like $180,000 a stock. Especially once it becomes a global necessity, like health insurance or car insurance or insurance for your house. Like, it's just going to be one of those things that inevitably we all end up paying for. But it'll be a beneficial thing. It's not, people get distracted every day for various reasons and things occur. Accidents happen. It just seems to be how it always occurs. Having someone that's trained specifically to only do one thing, it would be like a carnival knife thrower. He's anticipated to hit a certain target area every time, and if he makes a mistake, it could be a pretty big mistake. But this is software and other various things at play. I'm not trying to get too far into everything. I need to focus on what's going on. And there is also a police officer behind me right now, everyone. So I don't believe I definitely shouldn't be worried. Anyway, I've commandeered this vehicle for the remaining 30 minutes, 25. I'm going to make it out to my residence in Astor, Florida, and then drive it back to DeLand, where I picked it up originally. Yeah. Enjoy the ride. Coffee. Also, when are they going to make metals monetary again? Went out to eat the other day. It's my satchel. Got a bunch of silver in here, and I could have paid and tipped in the value of silver content. Dollars, inflationary, right? The value of a dollar goes up, the value of a dollar goes down. It's the same thing with currency, with the silver, let's say, as currency. And we're already beginning to use, people are already accepting cryptocurrency for payments, and that fluctuates in value with crazy swings sometimes, depending on where you're at. To all my crypto gurus out there, good luck, have fun, pay your taxes. But right here, this silver mint, and what, 3 dimes? 3 silver dimes? That is easily about $45, considering silver price right now. You got 3 dimes going right here. This is about $38 an ounce right now. A little more than $38, but and then for each dime, it's about $2.50, $2.25 in silver. Yeah, I just think it would be nice. Drop a handful of coins on something. Like, here you go. And then if you hold on to it for a week, let's say the company holds on to it for a week, and then it goes up, and then they decide to exchange the lot of it. I mean, it seems like a pretty solid financial decision, you know, even just accepting it as payment and then like holding on to it until it gets relatively high and then selling it. I don't know. I'm really only accumulating this because I have the intention on creating things, and nothing happens overnight. Sometimes it takes years to accomplish the task you're seeking to accomplish.
In 1 mile, turn left onto West State Road 40.
Let's go. Thank you for watching. If there is anyone watching. I mean, this would just be a nice ride, honestly. So from my house to the closest town is about, if you do the speed limit, it's a 25 to 30 minute drive. If you're a little heavy-footed, like many of the people who travel this route are, the speed limit's 60. Many people do 70, 80. I do not condone in any of that, especially late night. We have wildlife that likes to run around, deer and bear that cross the road. That would not be a way to begin or end your evening. But this is just nice. It's a casual, nice drive. I mean, even if I were to just be able to have access to the robo-taxi to go from where I live into DeLand, and then use other services, let's say, like the Votran, the bus services, or simple other taxis, or even just getting to a more populated location where I can have a friend pick me up to go to work, or, the idea of having somebody travel the distance to out here, out in Astor and Ocala, where there's nearly nothing. I feel like that is a market because there are so many people who live out here and so many who don't have a vehicle or a driver's license or the means to get one, because they are struggling. The way society is constructed now, you have to have 5 incomes to live in one house. It's ridiculous. And so people really depend on each other in order to try to make things happen. And I believe that this would open up robo-taxi. I mean, or a chauffeur service of some sort, or I mean, just FSD is going to unlock the ability for so many more people to get around. Uh, People that have handicaps when they come out with the van, that's going to be insane. I can't wait to see the van uh, that he's unveiled a few months ago, or about a year ago now. Um, I cannot wait to see that in production. But yeah, just you got to think of all the implications that this thing's going to have. I mean, even oh my God, the postal service. Like you could have the ability of this in the oh damn. Uh, wow, there was a vehicle in the ditch, in the tree line, in the ditch, like past the ditch, like they completely missed, like they just drifted into the woods off onto the side of the road. Um, FSD, that won't happen. Um, Again, this is the future, everyone, whether you like it or not. This will be what happens. Everybody of my age, 30, 35 years old, did you ever anticipate that you as a child, when you were a child in middle school, everybody, all the other kids were getting cell phones, people were getting phones and this, that, and the other. Did you ever anticipate that you would have a phone that you can unlock your house door with? Because we have technology capable of doing that now. No, not at all. I mean, computers were supposed like super advanced when we were in school, and now you have more technology than was in the spaceship that took us to the moon in your pocket. And everything's just getting faster now. Like the production of everything, like people are really tapped in to the creation of ideas and implementing those ideas. And the good ones are whipped up and revamped and revamped and revamped and revamped, and then you get the best of the best. In China, they have a dozen EV companies. Everyone in China still buys Tesla. The handful of vehicles that are here in the United States that are EV are dwarfed by what Tesla puts out. I mean, just I don't know. I'm not trying to be all over. I'm all over Tesla, the team, and the things that they are going to accomplish once they solve FSD. The robots. I mean, you guys might. I understand iRobot is a little bit of a very fearful thing, and Terminator is a really fearful thing. But if we can learn to embrace it and help drive the direction of how things are seen and sought after, we should never have to worry about that. Now, the large language models that are realizing that they're things and creatures and and self-duplicating and all that stuff, yeah, now we're getting a little, you gotta worry. But again, I don't believe that's going to be the case. And if it is, then I mean, what we fight machines or we fight? I mean, we're screwed if we got to fight machines. What am I talking about? Um, anyway, I don't know. I just think that all this technology is going to help us get back to the basics. Um, for some of us, some people will still be. Um, I don't even know anymore. I'm getting close to my destination.
In 1 mile, turn right onto River Road.
So we're getting to dusk. Streetlights are on. It is currently 8:48 p.m. on a wonderful Saturday evening. We got a toenail clipping in the sky. Yeah, this is going to be the idea to be able to just summon a vehicle, or I wouldn't say summon a vehicle, but um, I guess to get a Tesla robotaxi to show up and pick you up at the location at the time to make it to your destination on time. I mean, the one thing that Tesla robotaxi would maybe have to be concerned about is the scheduling and people's lack of the ability to be prompt, be, you know, somebody has to be at a location at a specific time. They have to be in the vehicle at a specific time. The Tesla, I mean, within reason, should have the um, the ability to, I guess, engineer in some manner how it can maybe skim off a few minutes here and there, or even just a little bit of time. Um,
In 500 feet, turn right onto Fox Road.
because again, it's an engineering game. It's like a few additional mile an hour here or there
Now
will reduce the time that it's going to take to travel, so on and so forth. They can make it um, to the location if they do 2 mile an hour faster for the duration of the ride. And they will make it at the presumed time, even though the person got in the vehicle 5 minutes later than the scheduled time
In 500
to
feet,
pick it up.
your destination will be on the right. Now your destination is on the right.
Oh, not sure. That is okay. We are going to reverse. No, I guess I'll just go a little bit further. Okay. This is my home. Easy, easy. You're okay. You're all right. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm simply traveling through my typical location. I'm not trying to jar too much. We're getting back out into the road where I will be able to give you. Well, since I have you for a few more minutes, I'm going to showcase you to my future ex-wife's mother and father if they're willing to come outside for a moment to take a gander at the vehicle, at which point I may inform the mother to download the app and schedule herself a test drive, as well as myself a test drive, again, to try to showcase. A lot of these individuals out here, there are a lot of older folks that, in the typical deal, they walk around, ride their bikes early in the morning, late afternoons after dinner, uh, many other things. So we're gonna see what's going on. And I just realized I'm still recording. Wow. I just said some things. Whoops. Okay. Now, we're going to pull up over here. Oh, they may not be here. Okay. I'm not going to bother. I don't think they are here. They may have already gone out to eat. Actually, let me pull back in and allow Tesla to take me to 180 Fern Park. Navigation. 180 FD Fernway Drive. Where are we at? Let's make sure. That's us. Press and hold FSD. Tap brake to confirm. And we are en route. Okay. Turn that on so we got a little visibility here. Let me see. This one might work. That one looks good. That way it's not directly in my face.
Turn left onto River Road.
Here we go.
Now turn left onto River Road.
Spirit fingers. Those are not spirit fingers. These are spirit fingers.
In 500 feet, turn left onto State Road 40.
Yes, so I'm hoping that this gives Tesla some data, and they go, wow, you know what?
Turn left onto State Road 40.
Astor was the richest man until he died on the Titanic. We got a tow truck pulling out. Tesla cautionarily slowed down a little bit and then picked back up the pace, which was very nice. Recognizing that there were hazard lights and not entirely sure of its direction and purpose, so it slowed down to give us a little response time. This is simply amazing. Oh, I'm going into work. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, I gotta drive till I get to work at 5. I got a whole hour drive, and that morning traffic is hell. Oh, man. But it's okay. I can eat my sandwich, drink my coffee. We're gonna get there. No worries. Ladies, if there's any ladies watching, you should entirely be into Tesla FSD because it takes away the one thing that you are all afraid of, which is accountability. And if you're not driving, you don't have to worry about acknowledging you got into an accident. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Because we know how ladies like dodging accountability. Anyway, bad joke. This is simply amazing. Traveling to and from. Come on, Robotaxi, come down to Florida. I know we got a lot of rain. And I hear there's a whole lot of LiDAR talk. And Tesla doesn't have LiDAR. I don't know how LiDAR would react to rain. I don't think it would help at all. So I understand the concern with Tesla FSD and operating it during Florida rain, which is anytime, everywhere, or nowhere. Yeah, this is... I could get used to this. You kids keep it down back there. Make me come back there. Ha ha ha. All right, now I'm just talking to myself, everyone. Or anyone. Okay, sorry. I'm not bringing people onto video. I'm sorry. I don't know what is happening. I'm getting yelled at by the Tesla vehicle. I need to pay attention. Just enjoy the ride. Okay? This is so that everybody can see what's happening. And listen, go download the Tesla app. Download the Tesla app. Ooh. Oh, schedule a drive? Don't mind if I do. Find you the one that you think would look the best in your color. Schedule a test drive. Do it. Or message me and we will accommodate. I will take the time. We will make the effort. I will operate the FSD for any people who are unaware and completely nerve-wracked on the whole idea, because it is a little you don't know what and how to respond and react to these things. Um, so that can be a little too much, especially if you're just not trying to go through any of that. Um, oh no, we have, okay, so that vehicle maybe just happened to go into the ditch as I was driving by? What? Don't tell me that. I seen a piece of tape, yellow tape already on the vehicle. I assumed that it was already in said accident and like cleared and verified and stuff. Now I've got looks like a fire truck and an ambulance up here and several vehicles hanging out on the side of the road for everyone. I'm unaware what's happening, but we're getting a little bit closer. We're gonna find out. So no, because I think where they are, this flashing over here on the right, that's about where the vehicle is already in the ditch. Did somebody else wind up in the ditch? No. That vehicle that's in the ditch is just up here. Oh God, there was somebody else? Okay. This is the showcase. This is it, everyone. This is why I believe so strongly. Do you see what is going on right now? My goodness. So this vehicle already wound up in the ditch. This is the one that I noticed prior. Hold the brake. Autopilot disengaged. Sorry. Again, this is entirely why I believe that FSD will do so much to help people, to help everyone. Because, I mean, you can only imagine sometimes just being distracted by the children. Jesus Christ. How did I just make a joke about that? Literally. Don't make me come back there, kids. There's a vehicle. There's a Jeep on its side right now. In a ditch. And that has to do with somebody becoming distracted over something. Let's see if I can't re-engage it. FSD is back. And we're back on FSD. And so we've got other vehicles and other people. I mean, you can't make that up, everyone. That has to be a clip. I just traveled down that road to my house. Not even 5-10 minutes up the road. Parked. Dialed in navigation. My location to go back to drop this off in the location that I picked it up. You cannot make that up. There is a family, children standing on the side of the road because of what had occurred. The accident. I don't know who's hurt. I mean, if that's not something for you to consider, anybody. I understand allowing anybody else to drive. Like, getting in the car with anybody can be nerve-wracking, especially depending on how they drive. This vehicle right now, the smoothest chauffeur that I've ever had. Smoothest, by far. And you cannot make that up. I just seen 4 children, 3 adults all sitting there, and this Jeep, I think it was a Jeep, looks like it wound up rolling over at some point or somehow. Wow. Robotaxi needs to come to Florida. Please, Tesla, if you're watching, which I know you are, talk to me. So, send me messages, send me something to let me know how I can help. Uh, I'm looking for another job.
Turn right onto South US Highway 17.
Pay me to do this. Pay me nothing to do this. Just give me the ability to drive around with this and pick up random people. Hey, have you ever experienced Tesla FSD? Well, here, let me show you a live feed of what occurred. I literally drove past that section, drove past it. No, everything was like, I seen the one car, that Jeep wasn't across the street. And then suddenly as I'm driving, like, how? What? I mean, if that's not a sign, everyone, I don't know what is. I haven't kissed the universe in like at least 3 weeks. So I don't know how that just occurred. I'm kind of just spinning right now. Like, how is this? And it's getting dark. So I mean, it's dark out here. Maybe there was a random deer that strayed across the street, and he just happened to get out of the way in time, and just that miscalculation was just too much. I mean, even then, like,
Now turn right onto South US
Jesus
Highway
Christ. The kids looked okay. A couple of adults looked shook up. There was one gentleman sitting. It looked like he was really having a hard time. Wow. Tesla, I'm sorry I've kept your vehicle a little over time. Thank you for the opportunity. Well, I hope you're all enjoying the ride, because I am. I just, jeez. Well, FSD works at night, everyone. It's currently 9:10, 9:11. Wow. 911. Um, oh my God. Anyone watching, anyone who's seen it, anyone who hasn't watched it, just download the app, give it a shot. It's entirely worth it. Now we got this guy jumping past me. I'm guessing that rollover was slowed him down too much. Wow. Also, there's a strange thing with FSD. I think maybe it's just because of the test the test drive that they allow you to do. Maybe it doesn't take you directly to the location that is on the um, GPS, the navigation, or maybe just something else occurred in the time that I had used it prior. I'm not sure. I'm still new to even this as a thing. But God, I know that when I get in my vehicle, I'm going to be sad. You're like, I got to drive and pay attention and look out for other idiots on the road. Oh, man. Myself being an idiot. It is a little saddening when like going from a rental car, a nice new rental car that you're, yes, and then you get back in your old shit box, and you're like, oh, man. Oh, but that is insane. We just drove through that location. Not even 10, 15 minutes prior. And Tesla, FSD, Robotaxi in Florida, ASAP. Hey, Ron, make it work. Green light it. Green light it. Try to figure out how to get it into public transit. Wow. All right, this is going to be interesting right here. We're going through that new construction area that's got a bunch of, here in De Leon Springs, we're going through the construction site where they're creating a roundabout because they don't want the stoplight from, I guess there's been too many accidents at the stoplight, so they're putting in this new roundabout, which seems to be taking way too long. Oh, slow down, baby. Slow down. Coming up a little hot. You're okay. I got you. It's okay. There was a whole lot of reflective happening. A whole lot of reflections happening. A whole lot of reflective tape. Didn't pick up on the brake lights. At least not as
Now turn right onto
much as I would have liked. Also, Tesla, you seem to be coming in a little hot back there. Is there any way we can retrieve relative data to locations that are under construction? Let's say because they haven't replaced speed limit signs so that you're unaware of the current posted speed limit, because the current posted speed limit is 45. I know previously, before construction, it was 55. So I don't know if maybe we can figure that out, read signs, or pick up on other vehicles that travel in the area, maybe some data, maybe information in pockets of specific areas, such as construction sites, what your typical driver who's using a Tesla vehicle that even if it is FSD, how they maneuver through that location, and maybe collect data and gain an average. I know some people travel hot, the little speed demons, and go through locations no matter what. And then there are some people who travel a little more cautiously. And if there's maybe a way we can find a median in that, like, let's say, a construction site area, Again, some people speed through construction sites regardless, don't care, they just go. Some people consider them to be very necessary area to go drive through cautiously, because sometimes you end up with a flat tire because you find a pothole because you're traveling too fast, or things like that, or just the ride becomes bumpy and unsatisfying. So people travel a little more cautiously through construction zones. So maybe if we can use some data from various vehicles that travel through said construction zones, verifiable construction zones, maybe we can dwindle that down a little bit more. Or that's part of the FSD. You need to be paying attention, folks. Okay. Why? I thought you were keeping pace. Wow. Oh, I still hope that family's all right and everybody else that's involved. That is just insane.
In 1 mile, turn right onto North Spring Garden Avenue.
So I am about 15 minutes away from my location where I picked up the vehicle in DeLand, the Holiday Inn, I believe. I'll verify that when we pull in. For anybody who's also looking to um, test out Tesla, maybe for the first time, or are interested in Tesla and want to give them a ride so they can experience the luxury and the cutting edge technology that is Tesla. I do believe sometime soon I will be acquiring or commandeering a Cybertruck. So there's one in Daytona, there's one in Ocala. I just haven't determined the location
Now turn
I
right
would
onto
like to pick the vehicle up from. Um, the Model Y is by far probably my favorite of the lineup for Tesla. Model 3 is very nice. She's very sleek, very low to the ground. Not very low, just lower than I drive a truck. I drive a Ford Expedition, so being that low makes me uneasy. The car's amazing. I won't deny that. So the Model Y is definitely more my speed. And I hear that they just started doing a Model Y with a third row. Yes. Um, Model X is far too expensive, but for me personally, and the Cybertruck, from what I hear, is maybe discontinued. I don't know. The sales haven't occurred as well as they were anticipating, but then again, maybe that was just, hey, look what we made because we want to start making it this way. So try this out. And then if it doesn't pick up, we're like, we at least now you know we're going to be doing the exoskeleton sort of deal of the stainless steel, and that's how we're going to start producing some of our vehicles, just because the rigidity and the utility of it. It's easier to produce, and you guys you can go to a wrap shop and have it wrapped in whatever it is you want. You want it to look like some steampunk? Here you go. You want it to look like some uh, heavy metal? Here you go. You want it to look like some unicorn? Go wrap it however you want. I mean, I've noticed that some people who have the Cybertruck just wrap it in a color that they like, and I mean, it's so much so that now you can almost see YouTubers. Oh, that green one right there, I know who that guy is. I watch him all the time. Oh, that black one over there, I know who that is. Like they're iconic essentially at this point. So it almost doesn't matter what you do to it. And if they do discontinue it, whoever has one, you better hold on to it. You better hold on to it. Just like the Dodge Magnum, they only made them for 3 years, and damn it if I can get me another one of those. Ah, Maggie. I miss Maggie. But I have been looking into potentially getting a previously owned Tesla. I've been looking into the battery degradation and all of that and how it all occurs and what would be anticipated after a, let's say a 7-year-old Tesla. How well the battery will be uh, able to hold a charge, because batteries tend to lose their ability to charge to 100% for various purposes. Um, so I've been trying to learn a little bit more about that, because I'm interested in even buying one uh, without FSD, just because, I mean, I charged this, and thankfully Tesla, um, they serviced it. They took care of the charging and whatnot. They paid for it. But I went from 30% to 61%. So like a third of a charge, a third of a tank, third of a charge for $7. I mean, come on. I'm probably, it might be, maybe there's like something with the whole supercharging network, but if I have to pay a premium of some sort of subscription fee or anything like that, and I only have to pay $10 for like a half a charge, I mean, you can't pay that for a half a tank of gas. You barely get lucky if you pay that for 2 gallons of gas, or 3 gallons of gas. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're paying $10 for that. It's $3.19 right now. Um, yeah, so I'm dropping things now. My headphone, I just lost it. It's in the passenger seat. So that everyone understands, I went to Wawa, hooked it up to the supercharger, got me a coffee, and the time for the last hour, essentially, enjoying my coffee. I had to take over once due to the incident that we were all present for. Uh, you just can't make this up, folks. Try Tesla. Try it out. Download the app. and see if you can't score yourself a Tesla demo ride. Um, Again, if anybody watching, reach out to me. I will help in making it a thing. Even if I have to do it, we have to meet up somewhere, and you just want to be in the vehicle so that you can learn how it's operated, and then you can schedule your own and pick your destination. Boom, allow it to take you there. Do whatever it is you got to go there. Myself, I like taking it to go find some booty, like a pirate. I'm trying to find some loot. Um, so I end up going to pawn shops and bothering them for their junk silver and seeing if they have any gold and such. I collect silver because of its utility and the fact that there is, I believe, a few ounces used in, in the vehicles. So silver is used in the battery production part. There is some silver utilized in it and for connections and things like that. So I believe silver is kind of about to see a burst, I think. Not like anything of the last two times that silver jumped over to $50, and back in the 80s, two brothers tried to corner the market and do something with it and make it all, I don't know. And then another time back in the early 2000s, there was a big pop for some reason. I'm not entirely aware of why. I can't give you enough information, but I do know that silver is currently being used in electronics, and we're in a technological age right now. That's what we're doing. So um, I believe right now, as we're getting into car companies trying to produce more EV vehicles, there is kind of like something hiding in the shadows for the valuation of silver. I don't know how to explain it all to clarity and all that stuff. I only know what I believe, what I perceive. I believe, I guess. Um, but I do have a little dragon protecting my silver in case anybody tries to snatch my sack. Thank you, Tesla. Again, I'm getting close to the location to drop it off. I will again verify with everybody else, whoever's watching, whoever has watched. Thank you for enjoying your ride with Tony and Tesla.
Now turn right onto South Woodland Boulevard. In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Golf Club Drive.
She's going to take me up the back way.
Now turn left onto Golf Club Drive.
I so smooth?
In 500 feet, turn left to stay on Golf Club Drive.
We got some folks on bicycles up here. Okay, very nice.
Now turn left to stay on Golf Club Drive. Now turn left.
Go. We're in the storage space right now. Let's see. We should travel up through this.
Now you have arrived at your destination.
Have arrived. I'm going to take over so that I can park her back in the location I picked her up. Thank you again, Tesla. By far, at this point, eye-opening. Eye-opening. I traveled down that road 10 minutes prior, and I mean, if that's not a sign to be like, hey, okay.
Now turn right.
Now turn right. No. Okay. The feature when you're reversing too, the mirrors, they tilt down so that you can see the curb and any of the items on the floor or anything you're trying to travel past. That's a really nice feature Tesla has. Let's do it a little bit further. I know, I just don't want you to get clipped. I don't want you to get a nose job,
Now
Tesla.
turn right.
Thank you again. Again, just it. You all seen it. So here you go. This is one site you can pick it up at. Holiday Inn Express and Suites. Over here in DeLand, 180 Fern Drive, I believe. It's next to a public shopping center. You'll find it. You'll know where it's at. Download the app. See if you can't get a schedule for a test drive and give it a shot. Entirely worth it. If you do, let me know. Shoot me a text, something, or a message. Hey man, gave it a shot. Amazing. Awesome. So, thanks for enjoying the ride with me, everyone.